टीचर से वो अप्रोचेबल वाइब्स कभी आएगा नहीं.
अब वाइब्स मैटर करता है.
यस सर, वाइब्स मैटर करता है. हाउ वुड आई नो दैट दिस टीचर इज अप्रोचेबल?
दैट टीचर का काम पढ़ाना है. वो नौटंकी क्यों कर रहा है बाकी? Why would he speak about his personal life? We have no interest in there. We didn't come here to learn about your personal life kind of.
Right now we're Gen Zs. So we want relatable content. Just because I made a mistake, now this teacher is very angry at me and now I can never talk to them, never approach them and this and that.
I don't know if I should be saying this, but there are teachers who say that तुमको मैं फील करवा दूंगा.
That person is very good at building something. Like एक वो network को build करने के लिए बहुत अच्छा है.
Typical engineer.
Typical engineer. लेकिन वो like overall system को handle नहीं कर पाते. तो उसी का जो दोस्त है वो क्या एडवर्डो सेवेरिन, वो मैनेजमेंट में बहुत अच्छा है. लाइक वो ओवरऑल स्ट्रक्चर को क्रिएट कर देता है एंड जकरबर्ग उसको एंड में धोखा दे देता है.
आप लोग बताइए कि टीचर्स एज ए यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर्स क्या 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 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आर डिजायरेबल, क्योंकि आई एम प्रीटी श्योर कि दिस वीडियो विल बी वॉच्ड बाय टीचर्स एज वेल, लाइक अस, लाइक माय कम्युनिटी पीपल एज वेल. आई वांट योर वॉइस टू बी हर्ड.
So in my personal opinion, I feel like I said, being approachable.
Being approachable,
Yes,
taken.
that should be for me that's the first and foremost thing that I believe a university teacher should have, because school में like I said it's not really that important, क्योंकि जब हम बच्चे होते हैं इतने लाइफ के प्रॉब्लम्स एंड ऑल फेस नहीं करते. यहाँ पे हम आते हैं और एनी अदर कॉलेज मोस्टली लोग पेरेंट्स को छोड़ के आते हैं. वी आर किड्स, we were 16, some people are 18 years old. तो तब एज अ गाइडेंस वी हैव टीचर्स ओनली. फ्रेंड्स पे ट्रस्ट करना एट दैट पॉइंट इज लाइक अंधा अंधे को लेके चल रहा है. दैट पर्सन इज ऑल्सो न्यूबी, आई एम ऑल्सो न्यूबी, उसको क्या ही एक्सपीरियंस है. सो एट दैट पॉइंट अगर हमें एक्सपीरियंस्ड एडवाइस चाहिए देन वी गो टू टीचर्स. और टीचर्स ही अगर अनअप्रोचेबल दिखे या हो जाए, एंड आई थिंक आई एम नॉट सेइंग अगर मैं किसी टीचर के पास जाऊँ वो मुझे हेल्प नहीं करेगा, बट knowing that the person would be able to help is also very important. एट टाइम्स कुछ टीचर्स ऐसे होते हैं कि क्लास में बस पढ़ाया जा रहा है, तो उस टीचर से वो अप्रोचेबल वाइब्स कभी आएगा नहीं.
अब वाइब्स मैटर करता है.
यस सर, वाइब्स मैटर करता है. हाउ वुड आई नो दैट दिस टीचर इज अप्रोचेबल? सो आई थिंक दैट कम्स इन क्लासरूम ओनली, क्योंकि क्लासरूम के अलावा इनिशियली वी डोंट इंटरेक्ट विद टीचर्स.
Conversation कुछ नहीं
तो
होता.
क्लासरूम में अगर टीचर्स अपार्ट फ्रॉम पढ़ाई कुछ इधर उधर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एम आई अलाउड टू take names?
No, please don't take names.
Being approachable teachers, like I took your name.
No, मैं तो यहाँ बैठा हूँ.
Okay. Yeah, so I had this teacher in my department. उनको मैं second year से बहुत मानती हूँ. And the reason why I have opted for a subject in MTech is also because of that teacher only. That teacher has been very helpful to us, not just me, to every student, and each of us have immense respect for him. किसी को भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम है हम उनके पास से जाते हैं. So I think that came because वो जब क्लास में पढ़ाते थे, he used to talk about his personal life. We felt relatable, basically. That is the word. We should feel relatable to whatever the teacher is saying or teaching. I feel that way.
But there are certain section of students or certain section of mindset of students which says that teacher का काम पढ़ाना है, वो नौटंकी क्यों कर रहा है बाकी? तो what do you have to say to?
I haven't really seen such. अगर तुम लोग भी बोलो, do you prefer teachers who just teach or just
Like
I understand what sir is trying to say. I think in the end it's like striking a balance.
Yeah.
The focus should be about teaching, but it should be in such a way that the students find you relatable, approachable,
Yeah.
and all that.
इंजीनियरिंग में लिटरेचर मत पढ़ा हो, ये एक बात
हाँ,
हो जाता
वही.
है.
हाँ.
लेकिन
कि
बात वही है सर, लाइक ऐसा बोलने वाला स्टूडेंट्स तो भी अपने पर लाइक
Yeah, we have never
मैंने कभी नहीं
encountered.
देखा
This
सर.
is
No, like okay.
We like teachers who are more expressive.
Like she mentioned that there's a very respectable teacher who speaks about his or her personal life, and then you find it relatable. But then there are students who would be commenting like, why would he speak about his personal life? We have no interest in there. We didn't come here to learn about your personal life kind of stuff. That's more loose comments.
so, but honestly, we are a batch of 55 students, my department mates. Nobody has ever said that.
So maybe
That
there's
can be
that
a
thing
small
that
group, though.
I don't know. I
Small
haven't
group of
really.
people.
so I believe that this is because generation has changed.
Yeah,
Could be.
maybe because of that.
The students that maybe this particular narrative is based on, and the students that we are right now, we're Gen Zs. So we want
Problem
relatable
creators.
We
content.
want relatable. We want the teacher to speak something apart from just academics, about his personal life, how his college life was, what problems he encountered, how
I suppose the reason behind this is like back in the days, say in order to succeed in a particular field, you just needed to get knowledge about that field only ना. वो subject के बारे आप जानने से like you could have
मतलब एक्सपर्ट बनना पड़ता था एक सब्जेक्ट में एंड देन यू कैन सर्वाइव। आज का जमाना अलग हो गया।
जमाना अलग हो गया सर। अभी आप उसमें एक्सपर्ट हो लेकिन आप अगर प्रेजेंट नहीं कर पा रहे हो देन लाइक यू वोंट गेट द अपॉर्चुनिटी। तो उसमें अगर लाइक
Professionalism was a big thing back then.
हाँ
And now visibility is a big thing.
And back then,
विजिबल ओके
नहीं बात
and
सही है।
back then, like because of this absence of social media and all, compared to us, the older generation didn't really have that many problems as much as we do. तब आई थिंक ऐसे नहीं था कि टीचर्स के पास बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स है, टीचर से डिस्कस करना है. कंपेयर टू आवर जनरेशन, वी रियली नीड पीपल टू टॉक टू, स्पेशली पीपल
Yeah,
यू
the
नो
type
हु आर
of
ओल्डर देन
problems
अस.
have changed basically.
टाइप ऑफ
मेन
प्रॉब्लम्स
बात वही है लाइक से मैंने ये प्रॉब्लम ऐसा सॉल्व किया वो ठीक है लेकिन वो प्रॉब्लम पे आप कैसे आए और लाइक सॉल्व करते हुए आपको उसको सॉल्व ये लाइक से ओवरऑल एक स्टोरी बन जाता है तो कि लाइक मैंने ये प्रॉब्लम पर यहाँ पर ऐसा करके आया तो उसके वजह से मैं इसको सॉल्व कर पाया एंड लाइक से उसके पीछे का लर्न करने का जो पूरा प्रोसेस होता है उसको भी अगर एक्सप्रेस कर दें।
माय क्वेश्चन वाज व्हाट not advices, suggestions would you give to teachers, because you guys have graduated now, should have these kind of characteristics that would be befitting to the students? He said approachable. Now
Sir,
you
demanding a certain kind of characteristic from a human being, like
okay.
I think that's too much.
I'll mellow down. Not demanding. What desire do you have? Which do you have? The teacher should be
Approachable is a must. Second
Okay.
is like willingness to help, sir. Like
willingness to help.
yeah, if I'm asking somebody for help and they're not willing to help me, like rather, but still, even if they're helping us, like we won't feel that kind of in touch with the solution that they're giving us, right, sir. तो उसमें वही एक क्या बोलेगा, वो गला में वो हड्डी अटक जाता है मछली का, उसका ऐसा लगेगा थोड़ा। तो वही बात है।
Okay.
I suppose willingness to help.
Okay.
Second.
Point to taken. Marisha.
Sir, of course these 2 points are very important, but other than that I feel a very big thing is overlooked, but I personally experienced that by the teachers, is forgiveness. Because
Oh.
we come as kids, we make a lot of mistakes,
Oh.
be it in studies, be it in other than studies, and I have felt like just because I made a mistake, now this teacher is very angry at me and now I can never talk to them, never approach them and this and that. And even if they do have that forgiveness towards me, I don't feel it reaching me. I don't feel like they have forgiven me for my mistake. And that is why then I'm like, okay, I'll just stay away from this teacher. I'll just not go to them anymore. So
Okay.
I feel like if there is that communication gap also. So if that is not fixed, then there is forever that gap between that student and a teacher.
Any other points you want to
इस
mention?
बात पे तो वही है जो फॉरगिवनेस का है सर। प्रोबेबली मेरा लाइक आप याद नहीं रख सकते हैं सर, लेकिन आपके क्लास के बाद में ही था लाइक मैंने समथिंग बोल दिया था किसी एक दोस्त को जो आपसे बात कर रहा था, तो उसी में आपने समझाया था कि लाइक कन्वर्सेशन को बीच पे टोकना नहीं बोलकर। तो वही था छोटा छोटा चीज़, क्योंकि मैं बीमार रहता हूँ तो सर, तो इसलिए इन द मोमेंट माइंड जब काम नहीं करता मैं कुछ भी बोल देता हूँ, तो उसमें लाइक से I'd like to ask for forgiveness from you as well as my old teachers जो मैं स्कूल डेज में था, like I was a very bad student at that time.
Okay.
तो
ये
वो चीज़
अच्छा
तो-
point raise किया. Now I'll come to your point. You said that forgiveness is one virtue that every teacher should have, and you guys make your own assumption that the teacher hasn't forgiven me. Now he has just mentioned a particular incident that I don't even remember even a dust of it. He is asking me forgiveness right now. I don't even remember whatever happened. That's exactly, I'm representing all the teachers. We don't remember where did you guys go wrong, and we are not even serious about that. So it's an assumption that you're having, about us, that we are, still being, roughly, mentally, having that image about you. No. It doesn't bother us. We are too busy in our research work. We are too busy in our other administrative assignments. Then we don't actually have that mental space to think about the student and कि ये तो उसको तो मैं हमेशा माफ नहीं करूँगा, जिंदगी में माफ ऐसा नहीं होता।
That's very true. Of course, teachers are very busy in their own being teachers. But कभी डांट दिया उसके बाद हम students बुरा मान के बैठ जाते हैं कि डांट दिया था।
But so then what do you have to say about teachers who देख लिया कि स्टूडेंट ने सपोज कुछ ब्लंडर कर दिया, एंड आई डोंट नो इफ आई शुड बी सेइंग दिस, बट देयर आर टीचर्स हु से दैट तुमको मैं फेल करवा दूंगा, एंड
वो
देन
गलत है।
एंड देन ही डज दैट आल्सो।
No, वो हर लेवल पे गलत है। ब्लंडर करने का पनिशमेंट दे सकता है, punishment करने का तरीका होता है, there are modalities for that, there are templates for that, but exam is it's different thing altogether. I might not like a student, possibility है कोई स्टूडेंट कभी गलती से अगर मेरा फैमिली को गाली दे दिया फॉर वट एवर रीज़न, जैसा अभी नवीन ने बोला कि उसका मेंटली थोड़ा डाउन रहता है तो कुछ भी बोल देता है, तो मेंटली डाउन रहो कुछ भी बोलो, अगर मेरा फैमिली को कुछ बोल देगा तो दैट विल हिट मी इन द रॉन्ग कॉर्ड, तो आई माइट बिहेव विथ हिम पर्सनली डिफरेंटली, बट मार्क्स तो मार्क्स है. We don't see the names of the students when we check answer scripts. It's the answer that gets the marks, not the student. तो वो गलत है. I completely condemn it अगर ऐसा होता है. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए.
रियलिटी है वो होती है.
घर ऑफिस पे नहीं आने, ऑफिस घर पे नहीं आने.
Exactly. Like अभी जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, I am only talking. I mean, I roped in 3 of you for today's episode only because you guys have graduated now. Not graduated as such, only because you have just given your exam. Why? Because ऐसा ना हो कि तुम लोग ओपिनियन बना दें मेरे बारे में और अदर टीचर्स के बारे में, या मैं बना लूँ आप लोग के बारे में. तो ऑल्दो आई विल नॉट बी, वट एवर ओपिनियन दैट आई हैव फॉर यू विल नॉट बी रिफ्लेक्टेड इन द मार्क्स, बट यू माइट फील इट अदरवाइज, क्योंकि आप लोग अभी भी थोड़ा सा हमसे तो थोड़ा छोटे ही हो ना. तो जो हमारा, आई डोंट से कि यू नो लेसर देन मी, यू माइट नो वे मोर देन मी, द पॉइंट इज़, लेकिन जो मेरा तुमसे 10-12 साल का जो ज़्यादा लाइफ जी लिया, उसका विजडम कहाँ से लाओगे? दैट इज़ समथिंग दैट आई हैव ओवर यू. तो इसीलिए मैं that's my take of what you said. ये गलत है. Personal things personal, professional things professional things. We have already hit 1 hour mark. Do you guys wish to continue with other topics or?
Doesn't really feel an hour has been over
Doesn't
though.
really feel like
15
it.
मिनट हुआ क्या?
ऐसा लग रहा है.
तो ऐसा है तो मेरा पास तो I have bundles of questions. तो maybe एक क्वेश्चन ने एक इशू पे डिस्कस करते हैं. Then we'll shoot some more episodes. Okay? क्योंकि I'm also not satisfied, not content. I need to know more about students' perspective. तो मेरा ये सवाल रहेगा आप लोगों से, सवाल नहीं, डिस्कस करेंगे इस पॉइंट पे कि अगर इफ़ यू आर गिवन ए पोजीशन टू टेक टू चूज बिटवीन indulging completely in academics and mastering your subject versus involving yourself in other activities and decently mastering your subject. तो एक सिंगल पॉइंट फोकस इन योर एकेडमिक्स जिसमें यू विल बिकम somebody, लेट्स से वो आई मीन सक्सेस रूट तो गारंटीड है, या फिर थोड़ा सबका. Which approach would you take and what's your opinion on it? It's your personal opinion. It's not general opinion. क्या कहना?
Sir, I feel going just in one direction, academics, is not fruitful, I would say. क्योंकि I don't know, I haven't really been in that path, so I don't know if this has any pros.
One second, I'll give examples. Like people like Mark Zuckerberg, one path. People like Steve Jobs, one path. Let's say even people like Sundar Pichai, one path.
सर उन लोगों का एक सिंगुलर पाथ है, बट लाइक स्टिल उन लोग अपना जो एक्सपर्टीज है उसको वाइडन रखते हैं ना.
वो तो तभी कर पाया ना जब वो पोजीशन में पहुंच पाया, राइट? तो पोजीशन तक पहुंचने के लिए वन पाथ चाहिए ना. Yes, Subharthi.
Do you think they have been nerds only in their colleges, or have they ever, given in the interviews or something?
I think Steve Jobs was nerd. I think Mark Zuckerberg was nerd.
But still, I think when they were,
क्लासिफाइड नर्ड, वो नर्ड को क्या बोले डेफिनेशन को मार्क
Yeah.
ज़करबर्ग.
हाँ,
but
he
they
is the
used to
epitome
interact
है.
with people at least, right?
हाँ.
They used to at least interact with people.
No, I'm not speaking on that front about interacting. Like you become busy with cultural activities, entertainment activities. You become busy with sporting activities. You become busy with administrative activities. You become busy with leadership activities.
Oh God,
I'm
yes,
talking
I
about
relate so much.
distraction beyond the purpose you are in the university. So you have to make a position and take a stand. Let's say you are having a debate competition. Which motion will you take?
So, sir, when I came to college, my first motive was to explore. I wanted to have a network of people. I wanted to explore certain aspects that I couldn't explore back in school because of, I don't know, for example, the stage thing that I do. As of now, I'm comfortable being on stage, but back in school, I wasn't that really comfortable. I don't know, because of, in my childhood, I was fine, but then when I hit the age of 13 and 14, something just hit me and I used to get nervous and all. Then I came to college and I realized that if I have to cope up with this issue, I have to work on stage. There's just no, solution apart from it. And not just stage, just talking to people and all of that. So when I came to college, It's not really, I kept my academics aside. I studied when I had to study, but apart from that, I did everything just like you did. We were in everything, be it organizing something, be it participating, be it dancing, be it singing, uh, anchoring, everything. So that made me speak to a lot of people. This thing that I have in me, which we spoke about, knowing who to talk to and who not to talk to, that is, I believe, a very important thing that we need in our lives. And that is not possible until and unless you indulge yourself in a variety of activities. So and I also have seen students in my class who have only studied after they came, but now this has hit them. I mean, they don't show it, but I know, because after, as soon as we reached final semester, they suddenly started coming to picnics. They started going here and there with us, hanging out with us. So it did struck them that why मैंने इतने साल क्यों खराब कर दिए, क्योंकि marks, I don't know about other colleges, but हमारे colleges में it's like आई वोंट से मैंने एग्जाम के पहले वाले रात को पढ़ा है, लेकिन डिसेंट मार्क्स आ गए हैं. इट्स नॉट लाइक देयर इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस बिटवीन मी हु हैज़ इंडल्ज्ड इन लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स एंड बिटवीन देम हु हैज़ बीन विद अकेडमिक्स ओनली. तो मे बी उनको ये चीज़ हिट हुआ है अभी कि काश मैंने थोड़ा और टाइम स्पेंड कर लिया होता, बिकॉज आई बिलीव मेमोरीज आर मेड आउटसाइड द क्लासरूम. अभी हम लोग ग्रेजुएट हो रहे हैं, वी आर सैड अबाउट इट, एटलीस्ट आई एम वेरी सैड अबाउट लिविंग माई फ्रेंड्स एंड ऑल. आई डोंट रियली थिंक कि क्लास में मैंने क्या किया था, किसके साथ कौन किसने क्या पढ़ाया था. आई थिंक ऑफ द मोमेंट्स आई हैव स्पेंट आउटसाइड द क्लास, hanging out outside the food stalls, the hostels, and them looking at them, those nerds being talking to us now, interacting with us now. I feel that they feel this void in them. I won't say void, but they do think कि हाँ ये कर लेना चाहिए.
You're sure about it?
Yes, I'm sure. I've talked to them. They have said things कि and it looks कि इतने साल नहीं है, फाइनल सेमेस्टर में आ रहे हैं, तो मतलब क्या, they believe, they think that ऐसा करना चाहिए था. So I believe कि it's important to have an overall.
For me, it's like jack of all, master of none.
Okay.
My academics is, I'm not the topper of my class, but my CGPA is somewhat around the top 10 students. Then I am a good dancer. I do dance and I do classical also and hip hop also. I am somebody who wants to do everything. I play instruments. I sing also a little bit. I'm into sports. I have swimming certificate.
You are a
state
bullet
level.
rider as well, right?
Sir?
You bullet rider.
Yes, sir. I ride bikes also. I do everything. I'm like, my thinking is generally ki this is one life and I just want to experience everything. I travel a lot, and at the same time when I study, I like to study. I do love learning also. So, and when it comes to learning, I don't just learn my syllabus. I go beyond that. I have a very deep interest in space science. I also have interest in medical also. My dad is a dental surgeon. So sometimes I would just open random books, see random diagrams, and just read the labels and like, oh, this is how it looks, okay. And I'd be interested in that. And so I'm just somebody who loves to learn and loves to explore, loves to know new things. And I don't think that, I mean, yes, of course, it's my perspective. And there are people who are more in, like, I want to concentrate because we have limited energy. So if you concentrate all your energy in one direction, you'll be the best at it. If you concentrate in many directions, you'll be a somewhat average.
You're
in all
leaking
of them.
out.
Yeah.
Your drum is
Yeah.
leaking out.
Yeah, it's going everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with this. I'm happy with how I am, and I'm happy with getting more types of experience than the more getting more experienced in one domain.
Novin?
मुझे तो वही कहना है सर, लाइक वो पॉइंट पे आने के लिए कि लाइक दैट यू कैन डू दैट, एक पार्टिकुलर थिंग पकड़ लीजिए कि आप वो चीज़ को लाइफ टाइम कर सकते हैं, दैट विल कीप यू हैप्पी, दैट विल लाइक मैंने सस्टेन योर लाइफ. तो वो पॉइंट तक आने के लिए आपको डाइवर्सिफाई होना ही पड़ता है सर. लाइक यू गेट दैट, आप डाइवर्सिफाई करते हैं अपना जो व्यूज़ है, लाइक आप मल्टीपल चीज़ ट्राई करते हैं, उसमें से एक चीज़ फाइंड आउट करते हैं जिसमें यू आर रियली गुड एट, और लाइक आइदर यू आर रियली गुड एट इट या फिर आप उसको करते हुए एंजॉय करते हैं. तो वो चीज़ को लेके यू कैन लाइक बिल्ड इट फॉरवर्ड. तो सर लाइक ऐसे 3 टाइप का आंसर दे देना चाहता हूँ. फर्स्ट तो यही है कि लाइक से जैसे मार्क जकरबर्ग, उन लोगों का भी लाइक वो एकेडमिक्स में था, लाइक वो ही इज नॉट दैट गुड ऑफ अ लाइक बिजनेसमैन. मार्क जकरबर्ग ऐसे ही बोलना, आई डोंट नो, लाइक जज नहीं कर रहा कि उन लोगों का जो डॉक्यूमेंट्री देखा था उसके हिसाब से वही पता चलता है दैट पर्सन इज वेरी गुड एट बिल्डिंग समथिंग, लाइक एक वो नेटवर्क को बिल्ड करने के लिए बहुत अच्छा है. टिपिकल इंजीनियर, लेकिन वो लाइक ओवरऑल सिस्टम को हैंडल नहीं कर पाते. तो उसी का जो दोस्त है वो क्या एडवर्डो सेवेरिन, वो मैनेजमेंट में बहुत अच्छा है, लाइक वो ओवरऑल स्ट्रक्चर को क्रिएट कर देता है, एंड जकरबर्ग उसको एंड में धोखा दे देता है. तो नहीं वो नहीं स्टोरी में तो वही है।
Casually वो ऐसा कर देता है,
तो
उसको
बात वही
धक्का दे
उस
देता है।
पॉइंट में लाइक कि लाइक वो क्योंकि उस फेसबुक को बनाने से पहले उसने भी बहुत कुछ बनाया ना सर, लाइक
Face mask.
हाँ वो फेस मैश
Face mask.
उसका ये उनका कॉलेज का कुछ एक एप्लीकेशन बना है जिसमें मल्टीपल गर्ल्स का फोटो को डाला एंड लाइक पीपल यूज्ड टू रेट इट।
Yeah, yeah.
तो वहां से लेके लाइक से वो फोटो डालने का वो जो सिस्टम है उसको लेके एक सोशल नेटवर्क बना है जहाँ में आदमी लोग से व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, आप लाइफ में क्या कर रहे हैं, आपका डेली अपडेट्स, यू कैन पोस्ट इट ऑनलाइन ना, तो उसका ऊपर आदमी लोग कमेंट करेंगे, यू कैन हैव कन्वर्सेशंस विद देम लाइक अबाउट सर्टेन टॉपिक्स एज वेल। तो वो चीज़ लाइक वो पॉइंट पे आने तक भी उसने बहुत कुछ लाइक एक्सपीरियंस किया। जैसे मैंने भी लाइक से अभी तक मैंने तो कुछ ऐसा पकड़ा नहीं कि मैं ये चीज़ लाइफ टाइम कर सकता हूँ, बहुत कुछ ट्राई किया, मार्शल आर्ट्स ट्राई किया हूँ। बचपन में डायनासोर्स में बहुत इंटरेस्ट था, डायनासोर्स के बारे में बहुत पढ़ता था, गाड़ी में बहुत इंटरेस्ट था, गाड़ी के बारे में पढ़ता था, टेक में भी बहुत इंटरेस्ट था, तो टेक के बारे में भी थोड़ा बहुत ऐसे पढ़ाई करता था, जैसे लाइक से गैजेट्स एंड ऑल ना। तो लाइक से वो एक नर्डी पार्ट एक वो साइड रह जाता है, एज वेल एज लाइक आप अगर कुछ चीज़ में प्रोफेशनल बनना चाहते हैं तो प्रोफेशनल वे तो स्ट्रेट है से, अगर आपको एक एकेडमिशियन बनना है तो आपको एकेडमिक्स पे लाइक से ज़्यादा फोकस करना पड़ेगा। वो जो सिंगुलर रूट है, सिंगल रूट आने के लिए भी बहुत सारा रास्ता लेना ही पड़ता है ना।
I think to know what you want to do in
Yeah, you
life,
need to
it's important to
explore.
explore. अगर आप करोगे नहीं, आपको पता नहीं चलेगा आपको क्या चाहिए. At times we are good at things, but we don't really enjoy doing that. So
इसका
कोई
मैं
बच्चा लेकिन बचपन से बोलते मेरे को पुलिस ऑफिसर बनना है, तो हमेशा उसको बनना ही बनना है।
बनना है,
तो
कुछ
they
लोग
will have-
होते
they
हैं
have
जो-
a singular
वो
yeah.
रहता है, उसने भी
Yeah.
कुछ देखा होगा।
I think it's very personal to you.
It's very personal.
इस नोविन का पर्सपेक्टिव मुझे बहुत भाया, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा द वे ही पुट इट। और इसका मैं एक फ्लिप साइड पूछता हूँ, तीनों उसका आंसर दें। उन्होंने कहा कि यू हैव टू हैव टू मेनी एरिनास एंड देन यू सिलेक्ट वन फ्रॉम देम बिकॉज यू समहाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड कि कहाँ पे कुछ करने से कुछ हो सकता है। मेरा दूसरा इसका फ्लिप साइड ये है कि आप एक ही लाइन को पकड़ के चल रहे हैं, वहाँ पहुँच गए, क्योंकि वहाँ पहुँच के यू आर कंफर्टेबल, नाउ यू फील लाइक डाइवर्सिफाइंग। व्हाट अबाउट दैट नाउ? उस पे ओपिनियन समझा मैं क्या बोला? हाँ, आई नीड योर ओपिनियन है, थ्री ऑफ यू।
Sir, if आप एक ही लाइन को पकड़ के चल रहे, you get success in that field,
हाँ,
and then you have the opportunities
To diversify.
To diversify. That is also perfectly good because that is good for you. So
just
if
like Virat Kohli, all these
Yeah,
great stars,
yeah,
cricket
yeah.
को पकड़ा,
yeah,
now they are diversifying
Yeah.
everywhere, business जा
that
रहा है।
worked out for them perfectly. So it's like that's what I was saying, that everybody seems to have a unique path to them, and आपको बस देखना है what's working out for you. So for me, अगर मैं बस academics को पकड़ के चलूँ, then I'll be an unhappy person because I am somebody who wants more experiences.
Okay,
So that thing won't work for me.
this is a good point.
But for me, diversifying and then seeing what I'm good at and then maybe catching it or just keep doing everything. I'm perfectly happy like this.
Yeah, I remember last semester we had this Sonabis. So it was a final year and we had to dance for our block, and now I had to choose between dedicating to my GATE preparation because मैंने उसमें पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया, my parents have invested. My parents were since first year they have been dead against me participating in any competitions and all. So I was like करना चाहिए नहीं करना
You are a
चाहिए.
disappointment, right?
I am a
सब कुछ करो पर
disappointment.
कुछ भी मत करो।
हाँ, so I was, it took me at the end I realized कि नहीं मैं पढ़ूंगी, बहुत नाच वाच लिया, अब नहीं नाचना है. But then when I saw my friends going, I was like
तुरंत आ
no,
गई थी ये।
आ गई थी मैं, and I danced and I'm happy that I did, क्योंकि उस point पे मैं शायद अच्छे से पढ़ भी नहीं पाती because I was not able to focus, and like I said that's where I derive my energy from. अगर मैं उस चीज़ को मैंने कर लिया, इसके बाद I resume my preparation. It's not like it took me days or months to come back to it because I was exhausted. I was not exhausted. I enjoyed my time. So I think it's about people. Some people बहुत early on in life they know what they have to do, and some people they explore and then they come to know what they have to
My
do.
parents are also like, hey, you're into so many activities, just focus on your studies, don't do this and that. And I did try not to be part of certain activities, but I wasn't happy sitting in my
that's
room and
what-
trying to study, not being able to study,
Mhm.
exactly like
Exactly.
you said. So in the end, I just told my parents, ki, suno, I will go and dance and I will also study, okay?
Yeah,
Let
I
me.
did the same. I did
I'll
the
be
same.
happy if you will also be happy, so just let me.
At the end, I was like, I have grown up. I know how much time to dedicate where. It looks from outside that we are only dedicating our times to, dancing and all. But it's not like that. We do manage, and at the end, now it's fine.
It's
but
like
I
we
really
made
had
we make a conscious decision to invest our time, so we have to manage, and we do.
And I think since they're not present with us, they पता नहीं क्या कर रही होगी,
It's
पढ़ भी
general
नहीं रही
worry,
होगी नहीं.
parents do
That's
that.
just general worry.
अपना तो वही है, लाइक मुझे अगर कुछ चीज़ करना है, लाइक इफ़ आई सेलेक्ट समथिंग जो मैं कर रहा हूँ ना, तो वो चीज़ पे अनलेस एंड अनटिल लाइक ऐसे मेरा सैटिस्फैक्टरी लेवल तक अगर मैं उसमें अच्छा नहीं हो जाता हूँ, अंटिल देन वो पॉइंट तक हम स्टॉप नहीं करते वो चीज़ को करना। जैसे लाइक से कुछ गेम खेल रहा हूँ, वो गेम में अनलेस एंड अनटिल आई एम लाइक मैं अपना सैटिस्फैक्शन लेवल तक गुड हो जाऊँ, तब तक मैं उसको नहीं छोड़ता हूँ। अभी मार्शल आर्ट्स कर रहा हूँ, उसपे भी अगर मैं अपना सैटिस्फैक्शन लेवल तक अच्छा ना हो जाऊँ, तब तक मैं स्टॉप नहीं करता हूँ। इवन लाइक स्टडीज़ ऐसा ही होता है। अगर मैं सैटिस्फाई नहीं हो रहा हूँ ये चीज़ को, लाइक वो पॉइंट तक अगर नहीं ले जा पा रहा हूँ, देन लाइक व्हाट्स द पॉइंट इन डूइंग इट, राइट? अगर वो चीज़ को लाइक से इफ यू आर नॉट गुड एट इट, यू आर नॉट गुड एट इट।
Basically, you want a closer. The closers, the statement could be good, bad, or ugly. You don't care, but you need a closer. You need to go to the dead end. Got your point. Okay, I think we have spoken for more than 1 hour 20 minutes. We have to end it actually. We'll shoot another episode or maybe more than one because we have lot to discuss. I'm just loving this entire vibe that's happening here. Before we end, I want all three of you take 1 minute each and talk to your individual cameras about, to the students who are already in their engineering institutes, to the students who are not in their engineering institutes but are in some academic institutes, or to the students who will be pursuing engineering in a year or two. What would they expect? What should they expect in the university, college, and hostel life? Please start with Marisha.
So I would like her to start.
Okay, then look at starting. Okay.
So I would like to break it down into two parts. First, for the students who have not come
one
here
more
yet.
thing. To the parents as well, you have to say something about the parents
okay,
of those candidates.
So starting with the students who have just passed their class 10th or 12th and are aiming at a college life or a hostel life. For hostel life, I would like to say that this is the best. If there's best is the best, but I hope there's a word better than best. Is the
Bestest?
bestest,
Bestest?
yeah, bestest, yeah, that's the bestest part of
Gen Z
my
drama.
life. I'm really sad that I'd be leaving this place, and I don't think I would have had made the same memories if I were to live in a PG or come to hostel from my home or come to college from my home. It's because of my hostel life that I have such tons of memories that I'm taking with myself. So hostel life is a very, very important aspect of engineering, and I just want people to not indulge themselves in academics only, because that might work for some people. For me personally, it didn't, so I don't recommend people to do the same. So I would want everybody to explore. When you come to an engineering college, just explore, and especially when you're in your first year, there's no one to judge you. When you reach your final year, there are people who would know you. You might be hesitant to do some stuffs, but when you're a fresher, there's nobody to judge you. And this was the advice I received from my seniors जब मैं आई थी. So this is an advice that I would give to my the people who would come to college as well, that please explore. Only then you would know what to do. Maybe what you think you would be doing after you graduate, that notion also might change when you start exploring. And for the people who are for the students who are in their colleges, I would say that yeah, the same goes for you also. Just keep exploring, but study as well. I won't say leave your academics, because that is very important. At the end of the day, you have to pass your exams, and it's better if you maintain a CGPA above 8, because when I was applying for colleges, all of them said that we need a CGPA more than 8. So if you have a decent CGPA above 8, my aim was that since the beginning. I did not want a 9 or a 10 CGPA. I just wanted something which would help me get into some college, and also side by side I would be able to explore. So yeah, just maintain a decent CGPA and keep exploring.
For the parents?
And for the parents, I won't say that the decision that parents make for the students, for the children, is wrong, but there's a difference in perspective because of the generational gap. For the parents, I understand from the perspective of parents that they are not physically present with us, so they are really concerned about what we are doing with our lives. But I would like to say to the parents that by the time we reach age 20, 22, we do really think about our future and our parents. I speak to my friends, and all of them are like, parents को proud feel करवाना है, क्या करूँ मैं इस चीज़ के लिए. So yeah, we do think about our future. What we do realize that you have invested your time and money, and there's also an expectation that you have from us. We realize that So it would be better. There are parents who, for my parents, they have given me the full liberty to choose what I want to do. But there are parents who restrict their children to, तुम्हें यही करना है इसके बाद. So that's a request that I have to the parents, that please do not force your children to pursue certain career. Let them decide. And also when it comes to, I don't know if I should be saying this, but dating has come a very early on in our generation. So let them choose their partners as well, and the career that they want to pursue, and just trust that your child is really trying very hard to make you proud.
Thank you, and all the best for your IIT Jodhpur state. Yes, Marisha, Novin, who was?
Okay, so as far as academic and personal growth is concerned, I obviously whatever college life is gonna be one of the best times of your life, easily. But there are certain things you have to be careful of, like who you are interacting with, how much you're interacting with, as we have talked about. And I would like to sum it up in a very simple sentence, which my dad used to tell me: always surround yourself with good books and good people, because these two things affect the core being, the core person you are. Other than that, this is about your development. Other than that, your experiences. So study hard, obviously maintain a good academic profile, always be conscious of what you're doing, because you have to be conscious that it's going to end up on your resume. So, and that's like where your career is going to begin with, basically after college. So be conscious of that, always keep working on that, and work hard, study hard, and party harder. And because yes, enjoyment is a very big aspect of your entire experience in college, right? And yeah, it's gonna be a very good experience if you are careful about it. And there's gonna be bad moments, there's gonna be mistakes that you're gonna make, but allow yourself to make those mistakes, because you don't realize, but all those mistakes are just lessons in disguise. You won't realize it today, but after a few months, after a few years, heck, I made mistakes in first year, and now I'm realizing, whoa, why was it important in my life? So you're gonna make mistakes. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Just give yourself the liberty, like cut some slack for yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're just learning something out of it. That is a positive, and yes, obviously have a positive mindset towards it, because ultimately that helps you grow. So focus on yourself, grow, and make good experiences.
Marisha, thank you very much, and all the best for your corporate journey.
Thank you, sir.
Novin, please.
To every student there is, and like say every living being like that's in this world. So think of life as an opportunity where you're going to meet a lot of people, where you'll be presented with a lot of opportunities, a lot of things to be done, and like say a lot of tasks as well as challenges. So everything is a path, like think of it as a way that through which if you go through, you're going to, what to say, like that's just the process of life. So like for the students, do everything under the limit, enjoy but under a limit, study under a limit. No, everything should be under the limits, and like never stop exploring. And to the parents, what I'd like to say is like every child they obviously think about their parents, and whatever they do in life, say if they're trying to pursue something on their own, like for like they're trying to explore their own journey, even while doing that, they're surely thinking of their parents as a whole. Like if the parents are not happy about what they are doing, they will surely not feel, what to say, yeah, they will surely not feel satisfied while doing it. So support your children, like if they want to do something, if they are trying to find something that they're good at. Like not everybody necessarily needs to be good at academics, or say with a certain projected idea that is being projected in the society. Like not everybody needs to fulfill that. There can be alternate ways in doing, in what to say, in living as a whole. So that's all I'd like to say. I don't have much to say about
Thank
this.
you. So, as I've said, I'm not content with the discussion we were. Not content as in like I'm so happy with this session. I want to shoot a few more episodes with you. Or if you guys have time, we'll shoot again. All right. And Marisa started with this episode with his initial liners. I would want Subharthi to put the closing remarks. Please look at the camera and say thank you to the viewers.
Thank you everyone for watching. You found it relatable, or parents, teachers, students, all are, the main objective of the podcast was to to make it relatable to all these three people that I mentioned. So I hope this will be very useful for now and for the future as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.